All right, well, Dagny and I are at the Goodwill today, and we are about to head in and see what we can find that we can flip for a profit. So, hopefully we can make it inside without being attacked by any lantern flies, which happens every time. She usually saves me. But let's head in. Here we go.
That is so you.
Now, without a doubt, this is probably the loudest Goodwill that I frequent. So I am going to switch over to a voiceover. I do make my way to the purses, and I always just do a quick glance through the purses. You guys know what I'm usually looking for is the vintage stuff. This purse does catch my eye, but I move on. I make my way towards the back of the store, and we've got the Halloween aisle here on the right. There's not a whole lot there. I'm usually looking for vintage Halloween. That bottle catches my eye, but that's a nope. Over on the top shelf here, how could I miss this? That cat is everything. Look at him. He's probably made in Indonesia, but he's very lightweight for being wood. I'm not sure what kind of wood he's made out of, but I love him. The other piece that I spotted was the giraffe. Now, the giraffe is all metal. It strikes me as being a modern piece, so I pass on that. But I do like the cat. The cat just has a look about him that screams, "Take me with you, get me out of here, please." Dagny spotted the Stein with Santa on it, but I don't really do much with Steins. This bowl was nice. It had a kind of basket weave pattern. It was not marked, and so I suspected it could have been made in China. I'm not positive about that, but I usually like to see them marked Italy or Spain, not marked. Now this mug, this mug was in our last video, and when I was editing the video, I just couldn't believe we didn't pick it up. So this time around, we found it, and I was like, Dagny, you need to take this with you. So she is going to take it with her and put it in her eBay store, which I will link down in the description. Now, I was convinced that there may be another of those mugs on the shelf because the last one had been on the other side. Now, it's possible it just got shuffled. This piece right here, I liked that it was kind of stoneware. It reminded me a little of Eldrith, but there was no markings on the bottom, and it was massive. I liked this doorstop. It was cute. It had a cat on it. Dagny found this nice decanter up on the top shelf. It had some gold on it, but it was just, it would have been a horror to ship, so neither of us took it with us. I did like these glasses. I thought they were pretty, but I probably would have kept them for myself. I would have cleared out my entire glass cabinet and just hoarded them. This is awesome. Now this right here reminded me of the ribbon lucite lamps from the 1960s. The shades are ribbon lucite. You can't use a bulb that's too high because it will burn them and melt them. But that's what this is made out of. It's made out of ribbon lucite, and it's a basket. It kind of looks a little bit like ribbon candy. And my grandparents always had ribbon candy, so I just absolutely love this basket. And I decided to take it with me. I thought that maybe that was pyrography and painted, but it was just printed on the wood, so I'd left that behind. Dagny found some sort of pizza stone that was very charred. I found a cow creamer, and I've actually had this cow creamer in the past, and so for $2.99 I decided I would have another one. Underneath this clock I spotted the rim of this piece right here. It looked to be a redware, but the bottom said that it was microwave safe, and so it was clearly modern. We passed on it. Decided to peek through the bin real quick. There was a piece that caught my eye. It was this planter right here. It had a turkey on it. It had a turkey. It was $1.99. I liked it, but I didn't like it enough. I asked Dagny if she was interested before I put it back in the bin. She was not. So I did. I put it back in the bin. And I did a little peeking over here because I spotted these. They kind of reminded me of Acoma of New Mexico. They were similar in design, but they were souvenir pieces and they were not Acoma. Dagny found this piece right here is a calligraphy set. And I spotted this little winking owl. I thought it was adorable. I believe it's either a spill vase or possibly just a little bud vase. Spill vase is for little pieces of Kindle that it goes by your fireplace. Either way, it was cute. It had an owl on it, and I decided to take it. Now this piece down here kind of is a little bit of Pennsylvania Dutch. Something about a clatch. Dagny had to explain to me what a clatch was. Let's coffee clatch. It was $2.99. It was very Pennsylvania Dutch. People always eat me up in the comments when I say that, but that is the term that we use here in South Central Pennsylvania. They're actually German. I know. Thank you. This right here is more than likely Mexico. It is not marked. Makes me think Mexico. I could be wrong. I had to wiggle it around just because. Unfortunately, it did have a chip on it, so I left it. This mug appeared to be Mexico as well. This is kind of a tonala pottery. I liked it, even though it did not have a bird on it. A lot of the times, the tonala pottery does have birds on it. That one did not. This also reminded me of Mexican pottery. I liked this piece. I liked it. It was kind of boho. It was colorful. Dagny found an egg cup, a whole box of them. I'm like, oh, look, there's another one. Oh, wait, no, that's the same one that I just set down. Never mind. This piece here I liked. This was Hungarian pottery. I like Hungarian pottery whenever I find it. There's just something about their pottery. It's very delicate, the design. I liked it, but I did not know the function of it. And because I did not know the function of it, I decided to leave it behind and pick this up because it had flowers on it. Now Dad couldn't believe that I was leaving it behind, so she picked it up. And we debated a little bit about what its purpose was. Maybe you could tell us in the comments because we just couldn't figure it out. But this had flowers on it. It was unmarked, and I left it behind because of it. I did look at these plates. These plates were marked food. They did not look like Food Network to me. They looked like they had a little bit of age, so that was surprising. I spotted this, and now I feel like this piece is probably modern. I thought maybe that was a mark, but it was just a smudge. I liked the applied art glass feet on this. It was $1.99. It was like partly art glass, and for $1.99, I decided that why not? I'll take it. It's got little art glass feet. You don't see those every day. That down there, I believe, was probably a fountain, and this is Abraham Lincoln without his hat and without his beard. He was hardly recognizable. This little vase, I had to look at it, but I don't think that it was special. That reminded me a little bit of Otagiri. And then I had to ask Dagny, who is this? And she knew right away it was Abraham Lincoln. I actually have a platter that matches this. I turned it around just to check the back. I considered it, but I left it behind. So I decided to go this way around the shelf because that metallic piece right there reminded me of a Hager glaze, this one right here, but it turned out to be home goods and it was actually glass. So that was a fail. Now I did find Mickey Mouse here. It was an art glass piece and he was on reels of film, I do believe. Dagny, I thought they were coins. Dagny said, no, those are reels of film. She knows better than I do. It was $1.99. I'm not really into the Disney stuff, you guys know, but Dagny occasionally dabbles in Disney. So I grabbed that for her, thinking, oh, she might like this. And then I spotted this. Look at that. I said, I went that way, and I found you this. Look, this is for you. And now I will take this. Thank you. Good karma. So, this is more than likely Chinese made. It is a Jack in the Pulpit style vase, but inside it has a glass flower. It is $4.99. I will likely sell the vase and keep the flower because I am building a bouquet of flowers. Now I will end up picking this up and putting it in my cart, but for some reason I don't show it on video. So I do check the artwork here at this Goodwill because I have found good pieces here in the past. I'm not seeing much in the way of art. A lot of them are prints. There's a newspaper article there. Nothing there, but then I spotted this. And I like it, but not as much as this leopard. Just kidding. It might be a cheetah. I think it's a cheetah. No, I'm just joking. I really, really like this piece right here, and it is signed by the artist. Now, I did pull it up to get a little bit of a closer look, and the artist here is Stephen Cryan. I had never heard of Stephen Cryan before, but this is a New England piece, and I did look him up when I got it home. Some of his pieces on the water of boats sell for hundreds of dollars. His pieces of the New England homes, they sell for $50 to $100. So although it is not a boat picture, I still really like it. And I decided that because I am from New England, and this reminds me of home just a little bit, an old Cape Cod house like the one that I grew up in, except mine was blue and not red, I decided that I would take it with me. And I spotted this. It's a box full of fruit and vegetables. I don't actually need a box full of fruit and vegetables. Now I did save this aisle for last. I usually find that this is the least exciting aisle, and so it usually gets pushed off until the very end. This here appears to be a cake plate, but it wasn't very exciting, so it stays. The cow creamer, I tipped it over just to see who makes it. It was modern, not one I recognized. I do take a quick trip through the Christmas aisle just to make sure there's no vintage Christmas lurking in there. But I did think that Santa just looked a little creepy. So he stayed in the Christmas aisle. Dagny found some toys, and I could just imagine those connects all over my kids' rooms. And then she had to make a phone call. So Juliet has been making phones out of cardboard and just writing numbers on them. So that made me laugh just a little, because that's an upgrade from cardboard phones. A plastic phone. I considered it.
Now we'd have to catch people like fixing up our store and stuff. I'm just like, you are awesome.
I almost ended this video without reminding you of the shirt campaigns that I am currently running. It is a limited time shirt campaign, and when I say limited time, it's like way more limited than my normal 3-week campaigns. This campaign is only a week long because it is Halloween themed, and I want to make sure that the shirts get out in time for Halloween. So there are 2 designs. There is a vintage illustration inspired Halloween shirt that really isn't Crazy Lamp Lady branded, but it's pretty cool. And the other shirt is Banana Box Antiques with a Halloween remix. So both of those shirts are available through bonfire.com. So if you order a shirt, it does not ship until the date I'm putting down below. And those shirts will ship in time for Halloween. That's why it's so short. But you can go check those out. There's a link for those down in the description. And I want to make sure that you guys hear about it before it ends, because it's so short, but I wanted to make sure it happened. So that being said, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Later.
My family calls it my superpower. It's my ability to see value in things that other people might overlook.